Well, President and CEO Matt Joyner, along with the Fertilizer Institute senior economist Veronica Nigh. Great to see both of you. Matt, just give us an update on the damage that was done to the citrus crop, and not only what farmers, growers are dealing with, but also what is the end result for consumers.
Sure, absolutely. So Hurricane Milton plowed through some of the most productive citrus acreage in the state of Florida. About 70% of our production area was probably impacted by that hurricane. We are early in the assessment process, but no doubt we've lost a significant amount of our crop to fruit on the ground. Still assessing tree damage, what kind of limb loss, toppled trees, that sort of thing may be out there. But this was a major storm, and it had a major impact on Florida's citrus industry.
And Veronica, maybe the same question to you with regard to fertilizer, but again, what damage did you sustain, and where do you see the prices of fertilizer going? Obviously, huge impact, the cost of fertilizer on the success of our farmers and their ability to stay in business and provide food to our grocery stores at a price that's affordable for so many Americans.
Absolutely. You know, when we think about growing a crop, there's three primary nutrients that we think about: nitrogen, potash, and phosphorus. And Florida is a critical state for the production of phosphorus fertilizers. In fact, about 40% to 50% of all phosphate fertilizer production occurs in the Tampa Bay area. So as mentioned, this has been a major storm, and certainly some of our facilities have been impacted. You know, I'm hearing from some of our folks that 14 to 24 inches of water at those facilities. So certainly they shut down in advance of the storm, so to minimize damage and any impact to the local communities. But it's going to take a while to get those back up and running, to get them safe, and to get production of that fertilizer back out into the market.
And Matt, there's just simply, and I don't mean to sound callous, but there's simply nothing that citrus growers can do. They're in Florida, and you can't get out of the way of a storm of this nature. They just have to recover and just dig in, as they always do, as farmers and growers have done for decades, if not centuries prior.
That's right. There's no blocking the wind. When a hurricane comes across, our farmers are at the mercy of that storm. And so, as you pointed out, we get up the next morning, we go out, we assess the damage, and we begin the cleanup process. We begin the rebuilding process, replanting trees, and working to set next year's crop. And so that's what our growers are committed to doing. They're resilient. We've been fighting hurricanes, freezes, and other natural disasters in the state of Florida for over 100 years. We've produced citrus as one of the top commodities in this state, and I'm convinced that we will pick up and keep moving and providing the juice that that consumers know and love.
And we love that Florida juice. It's so good. Veronica, real quick, can you give me any idea of what kind of damage, if any, the facilities sustained during the hurricane? Do you shut them down? Are they fine and can kick right back up, or do they get damaged at all?
You know, so a number of these facilities actually had were in the path of the last hurricane, Helene, and they had already shut down and had some stoppage because of that. So after a storm, just like the growers, our members have to go out and look at the facilities and do thorough safety checks to make sure what portion of the facility might be impacted and what isn't, whether it's water intrusion, whether there's structural damage to the facility. So when a facility shuts down, it can be anywhere 10 days sort of at the minimum to get it back up and running, to a longer period if there's more significant damage. And so, that'll be unfortunately unfolding for folks for, the days ahead. But so far, reports are that not all of the phosphate facilities sustain significant damage. So there's a bit of silver lining that it's not the entire, all of the facilities in the area, but maybe just a couple.
Well, Dig and I want to wish the both of you the best of luck, and your industries the best of luck as you assess the damage and get back on your feet and get through this storm. Matt and Veronica, thanks for being with us.
Thank you.
Thank you.